working really good. Yep. And you're using a little support with your inside leg. That makes sense? Yep. Good. Good. You might have been a hair closer to that cone, which is okay. I'm being pretty nitpicky with you.
That's
You're
okay.
doing good circles. If you can, try to keep your heel down, your toe up. So when you're squeezing with your right leg, use your calf instead of your heel. Good. Good. Yeah. Again, a little bit closer to that cone. No, turn, keep going. There you go. Get back on your center line there and go like you're starting over again. And this time we're going to go all left-hand circles.
All left hand.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like this?
Just slightly.
Okay. So just a little reminder, when you're doing tight neck reining turns, you can use two hands, that's okay. And then we go straight and left again. You use, oh,
There we go.
don't say whoa, say easy. There you go. So we were getting started using legs last time.
Yes, we were just starting.
Have you used them at all since then?
Just, get her to go on an easy trot. Get her to go. Trot.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, you
That
got
is
it.
correct.
You got it right.
If
Yeah.
I want her to go, I just
Focus on your center cone, the cone that you're doing your circle around. I'll have you pause in a second and we'll talk about it a little more. Easy. And come down your center line again. And when you get up here a little bit, go ahead and whoa. Good. Okay, so you can learn how to use them for steering also. So it's hard to understand when you haven't ever thought of it that way. But so you were right when you're asking her to walk off, to trot off. Loping is a little bit different. We'll talk about that later. But you always want to start with a little squeeze, and then you add another squeeze if she doesn't go, and then you always are adding pressure until you get the response you want. And you don't give up until she goes the direction you want, right? Mm-hmm. So the legs are the same. We want to start with a little bit so that we don't have to kick her every time to get her to go. So you've got that right with the walk and the trot. Now, did we talk about, and here's our circle. Mm-hmm. It's a harder concept for us because we're used to being just two-legged.
Two-leg, yeah.
But with a horse, they've got such a long spine and neck that you basically want the horse's body to conform to the circle. Mm-hmm. So that means if your horse, it takes up this much of the circle. Right. You see there's a curve there.
Uh-huh.
So that's what you want your horse's body to do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is number 1 for the shoulders. This is number 2 for the whole body. Okay. This is number 3, not too far, for the hip.
Ah.
Okay?
See, I know. Okay.
So the horse, we can break their body parts up into 3 because they're so long.
Right.
We have to explain which part we want to do what to, right? So if I'm going to do a 180, or if I'm going to turn 90 degrees off the fence, this leg is going to come forward and push while you're using your neck rein or pulling on the left rein to go left. So does that make sense how that we shouldn't pull her over that way, but she needs to learn to move away from this pressure. See the pressure on her neck right there?
Yeah.
She's trying to figure out what exactly I want. So then you add leg pressure to that rein pressure, not too far forward. Just it. So here's your leg.
Yeah.
This is, well,
Okay.
let me move your
Okay.
leg. This is shoulder. This is middle. This is hip.
Okay.
See, it's not very far at all.
And I'm using my calf, not
Tap
my
back
foot.
here. Yep. Yeah, so your toe can tip out,
Oh.
and then that way
okay.
your heel stays down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you start using your heel, you get out of position. But see, we exaggerate to teach,
Yeah.
to help her understand. So now, that's a little bit more of an exaggeration. You can probably use less, and she might understand. I just want you to understand the concept that horses move away from pressure. So you have to think about the body part that you want to move, and then you can figure out how should I be asking them. Do that 180 or the 90-degree turn to the left. You use which leg?
My right leg.
Right. Now, if you want to come this way, yeah. And think of it this way. It's like you're closing a door and opening a door. So if you're closing this door, that leg kind of comes off her body a little bit. Tiny bit. Just little, very subtle things. Does that make sense? So I'm going to close this door, open this door. If I want to go this way, I'm going to close this door, open this door. Right? Makes sense? And the more you do that kind of stuff, that move close. Now, some horses are going to dive in and be too close. So, that's why it's not an easy answer all the time. You have to adjust to what your horse needs, okay? So in this case, I'm going to have to close my inside and open my outside. So she'll give me a little more room this way.